Hey everybody, hope you guys are doing alright. So, earlier today I went to church with my mother, and it's really her church she's been going to for some time, but she hadn't been to church in a while because she back in May she had told she volunteered to help them generate some money by doing a flea market, and she's got experience with estate sales and stuff, so she wanted to try to help them out and make some extra money. She wasn't able to do that, and she felt really bad, and so she just stopped going to church, which I didn't know about until yesterday. And then upon hearing that, I was like, Mom, you want me to help you go to church? And so, I accompanied her, and we were able to go to church today, and I did it mainly to help her go there. It's nice for me. It was nice to go and see other people there, but the church that she goes to, it's like a Unity of Portland. It's all denominations, so I actually call it more of a spiritual center than anything, which is cool because they're open to, pretty much anything that's loving and positive. There's a lot of elderly people there, but that's just kind of how that church is, which is fine. But while I was there, I've experienced this in other churches too. I don't know, when I'm hearing people sing like about being grateful and just loving and passionate and all this and that, like it's hard for me. It's hard for me to be in that moment sometimes. I'll be honest. It's and there's something that happens. Like they do these things in churches where they ask you to take a second and stand up and turn around and meet somebody that you haven't met before and shake their hand and this and that. And it reminds me of in school, like when the teacher would be like, okay, now class, everybody go pick a partner. And I always hated that moment in class because, I was always afraid of, I didn't want to push myself on somebody and I didn't want to be rejected. So a lot of the times I would just kind of turn my head and hope that nobody else needed a partner and I could just do it on my own, or just the last remaining person, me and the other person who didn't have a partner, would become partners. But I was always afraid of going out and just asking people, hey, you want to be a partner with me? Or and then I think because I gave off that fear, a lot of people wouldn't come up to me and ask, do you want to be a partner with me? So it brought back some of those childhood fears that I've had, which is all about insecurity and not feeling good enough in yourself, and all these things that I still suffer from to a degree today. But so it brought up that I just realized how much growth I still have to do in terms of really being open and loving with everybody I'm around all the time. What I talk about on my channel is, I talk about love a lot and how it's the most powerful weapon and this and that, and I still totally believe in that, but that doesn't mean that I'm a master of it at all. It's just something that ever since I heard Alex Clear talk about it about 15 years ago, I think, maybe not 15, maybe about 12 years ago, and he talked about if 10% of humanity came together in love, that would be enough of an energetic force to repel this bad vibrational energy or entities that are here. And when he said that, just something clicked in my mind. I was like, that just makes total sense. Like it just felt so true to me. And ever since then, I've been on that path of trying to help integrate love into my life and into the world. And if from the perspective of a war, from a spiritual strategy. Because I have always, even before spirituality, even before love and all these things, I was always wanting to be a soldier. I would spend hours running around with a play gun in my hands in the forest or on the playground or wherever I was, pretending that I was in a battle. Just imaginary battles that I would play with myself and sometimes my friends if they wanted to play, but I'd spend hours out there just battling, essentially thin air. I've always loved to do it. I've always loved war movies. I remember when I first looked at the Bible, I never really read it. I just looked at I had one of the kids' Bibles, so there's a lot of pictures in it, and I would just spend hours looking at the battle scenes in the Bible. So, again, it goes back to, I've been focusing so much on this love thing, not because I'm such a good lover. In fact, it's quite the opposite. I need a lot of growth in love. but from a strategic standpoint, from an actual battle standpoint of what humanity needs to do if they want to win this battle. Because I see it going down one or two ways. With this great reset and everything that's being, that's in our near future, or could be in our near future, there's really like two options. Either we can figure out an alternative way of living independent from this current way of living, where we are able to actually govern ourselves and live as human beings should live in harmony with the land and each other, or we're going to have this new world order come and enslave us. I mean, it almost has to happen like that, because we've shown what we do when we don't have proper rules and regulations in place. We allow evil to flourish. We consume. We exploit people. We corrupt things. We fuck things up. People stab each other in the backs. Families are killing each other. It's gotten bad. So we've seen what happens when we let our creativity and our impulses and our urges and desires run loose. So we know that effect. It's killing us, and it's killing the planet. It's killing other animals too. So, it's like that is what has to happen. Either we figure our shit out, or somebody else will have to put us in check so that we can't continue doing this to ourselves and to the rest of the planet and the rest of humanity and all the animals. So yeah, it's one or two ways, man. Either we start to develop tribes of our own and learn how to govern ourselves and grow our own food and take care of ourselves in the whole 9 yards and stay away from the things that we know from our past experiences aren't good for us, or we're going to be ruled by this other class of entities that has their own agenda and ways of doing things. And maybe that's what some people want to do. That's fine. I've always been, there's always going to be good and evil. So like when I talk about this loving society and everything, like, yeah, that's beautiful and everything, but I do think that there needs to also be an element of quote unquote evil out there, or a land that allows anything to go down that they want, but there does also need to be that bright, shining, beautiful pillar of light for people who want to love and who want to heal, want to help each other. Both of those need to exist. That's what I would like to see. Right now, we only really have one. It's the hell. We have the hell environment, and there's seedlings of, possibilities that could turn into great, glorious healing communities and this and that. But so far, it's a lot of just, conjecture and talk. And there's a few little preppers and communities out there that are doing little things, but there's nothing being done on a massive scale to help humanity detach from this beast system and create something that's actually harmonious on life. And if there is something, or if you guys are aware of a movement that's growing or anything like that, please let me know, because I would love to join and help out. A lot of the reason why I'm being so assertive with this mission or movement I have in my heart is because I don't see anybody else doing it. I would love for somebody else to be doing this type of thing, and I could just go and join their movement and help them out, but I don't see it happening that way. So I feel like it's kind of my duty to continue on and to do this, so yeah, I got off on a little bit of a tangent there, but I wanted to share with you guys my experiences in church today and how it goes back to childhood and some of the fears and insecurities that I still suffer from today, and then also going into the charity. I've been looking into IRC a lot, and I was thinking about maybe trying to join that type of an operation, but it comes down, and again, it's just like it's a piece of the puzzle. Like, it's not, I want the whole thing. Like, I want to be able to grow the food, I want to be able to govern ourselves, the whole 9 yards, and then send the food to the places that it needs to go. But with an organization like that, based on what I saw, is they're still relying on other manufacturers for their food and for probably everything else that they use too, because they're not offering jobs for it. So it isn't its own infrastructure. That's what I really want to get back to, is developing our own infrastructure that humanity can rely on its own, that is independent from this beast one. So yeah, but hope you guys are doing well, and y'all take care. All right, bye.